What's up guys, it's Jason here, and you guys just saw my iPhone. Just kidding. Gonna go to battle. I'm gonna use this team. I made a couple of changes. This is my subcoil Zygarde team. The changes I made is I changed it from I think Latias to special defensive me with Will-O-Wisp to outspeed I think standard Zygarde. And I went to Scarf Victini, but then I decided to go back to Arcanine just because this team I want to fit a Scarf in it, but I just don't know where I could. So yeah, I'm gonna predict him to lead off with either Whimsicott, or as he does do that, I'm just going to go for the Psyshock right here as he substitutes. And then now predicting his taunt or leech sheet, I'll probably just go right into my Roserade as he does proceed to go for the leech sheet. Now here I want to click Sludge Bomb. I'm gonna go right into my Mew, predicting him to go into Umbreon. Yep, maybe going into Covalent would have been a better play. I'm just going to Taunt right here, so we can't go for the Wish or anything like that, or Toxic in that case, and now I'm predicting him to go for the Foul play, but I really don't want to send in, let's see here. Well, I could, he might have Encore on his freaking Whimsicott. So this is a tough decision. This is a tough decision indeed. Here I can just go for the Will-O-Wisp, I guess. I don't care that he'll synchronize the burn just because I can outstall him with taunt and stuff like that. Foul play like does ass damage, so yeah. Here I'm just going to click Soft Boil. I wanted to predict the switch, but you know, what can you do? He might trick here or something like that, but in either case, I'll just go for the taunt. As he encores me into Soft Boil, that's fine by me. He might go for the Thunderbolt or something like that. I don't think he'll go for the Side Shock, so I'll just pull the switch into my Roserade actually. So he goes for the Moon Blast. I resist that, but what is the resistance? Because that thing is very powerful. I'm gonna click Sludge Bomb because Sludge Bomb is my most optimal play. He has Toxic on Umbreon, which means that he lacks either Heal Bell or Protect. So yeah. Here I'm just gonna click Sludge Bomb again. I actually want to keep my Roserade a little bit healthy because this is the only thing that can really check his Whimsicott as he goes for the Wish, and here he might have Protect, so I'm just gonna click that Rest. As he actually goes into Aggron, which is fine by me because what I can do is pull a switch right into my Blastoise. Hold on, let me see what my ranking is. So I want to see. Alright, 1353, that's not bad. I'm just going to go right for the Rapid Spin as he might go into Whimsicott as he does do that. Now, I do resist quad resisted stab and resist the other stab, so yeah, he goes for the Tailwind. Here I'm going to click Sludge Bomb. I lose nothing by Sludge Bomb. He might go into Umbreon and sack it. Yep, that was a good play. Now if he goes into Zangoose, what I can do is, now he goes into Haxorus. I'm gonna go right into, do I need Stealth Rocks up? I do not. I kind of want to go into, should I go to Arcanine? Do I need Arcanine? I do need Arcanine for this thing. I might go into, oh, I'm gonna go into Covalent anyway because he might be banded. I have the balloons, and if he's DD, as he turns out to be banded, here I'm just gonna click Iron Head first. Oh, as he turns out to be, oh right, because they yeah. Well then I outspeed and I can just knock it out with close combat. I believe this will be enough. Nope, not enough. That's fine. I may lose my threat right off the bat, but you know, I do what I need to do. I'm gonna go right into my Arcanine, and we don't mess around with that. I don't get my Stealth Drugs, but that's fine. I'm gonna go right for the Extreme Speed, because even if he's adamant, I'm also adamant. He makes the good play, goes right into Aggron. Now I'm gonna go right into Blastoise. I need this to eat up hits from as he goes for the Detail, right? Roserade. You know, even if he's no, I'm gonna go right into my Zygarde actually, as he might get up Stealth Rocks, as he does, and then here I'm going to substitute on the potential Dragon Tail or Toxic as he misses, and that is perfect for me. I'm gonna go for the Coil, and I guess for the Heavy Slam, I'm gonna go right for the Earthquake, actually predicting him to go into his Whimsicott, because yeah, that just happened, as he goes for the Dragon Tail. It gets another crit, but +1 Dragon Tail cannot break my sub. So and I'm actually paranoid about his Whimsicott like continue coming in, so I need to go for the Earthquake right here. As yep, that happens, and now I'm gonna go right for the substitute again. Yeah, I'm not expecting him to go back into his Whimsicott just because he probably wants a free switch into Whimsicott. So I'm gonna go right for the Earthquake here, take him out. So yeah, and if he goes into his Haxorus or whatever, that's fine by me. He goes into his Haxorus. I don't think I outspeed. I obviously don't outspeed, but Earthquake's one was optimal play. Just because he's banded and at +1, that's still gonna knock me out, I believe. Goes into Gardevoir. Oh, this thing's probably. Do I need this thing? Yeah, I want this thing for Zangoose because what do I? Well, I guess I don't need my Mew, so yeah, I'll just sack it to. Maybe I don't have to sack it. He probably has Shadow Ball though. Or he might go for the Moonblast or something. In either case, Will-O-Wisp easily my most optimal play because I get nice damage on this thing. Let's see here. I don't think he outspeeds me. So, yeah, I'll go into Roserade because I want to preserve my threat. I'm going to go right for the Sludge Bomb. I definitely outspeed because he's Life Orb. He has nothing to really switch into us besides his Whimsicott. So now I need to keep my Roserade around for Gardevoir. And then if he goes into Zangoose, I'll probably just make a switch right into my Zygarde actually, as he might get his Toxic Orb or whatever, which is kind of like Guts, but just specifically with what is it? Toxic Orb, as he does. He goes for the knockoff. Now here I'm just gonna go right for the Earthquake. I have no reason not to, as Facade just takes me clean out. We're gonna go right into my Mega Blastoise. I'm pretty sure I can eat up any one hit and go right for the Aura Sphere. So I'm gonna do just that. I barely hang on to life. And I take out his big threat known as Zangoose, which I really like. I think it's great in the lower tiers. I'm gonna go right for the Scald, his Life Orb, and that's gonna be racking up. And Extreme Speed Arcanine just cleans up the game. So yeah, that'll be battle 1, and I'm gonna pause, wait until I get a second one. Alright, finally get a battle. I'm predicting him to lead off with this Mew, so I'm just gonna lead off with my. No, he might lead off with this thing. Ooh, I have nothing for Mega Manectric. I had to lead off with my special defensive Mew. He actually leads off with the Sceptile. I'm gonna go right for the Will-O-Wisp just in case he is physical. He's trying not to be special with Life Orb, so yeah, that's that. I kind of want to just go for the double Willow, but what I will do is just go for the Softball, as he does go into this threat. Now I'm actually predicting something like a Heal Bell. Yep. So that's great. That's great actually. I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp on this thing, as he goes into his own Mew. Unfortunately, I get that synchronized, but that's fine by me. And because I did get burned first, I can just taunt him, and I do not fear anything he does. Now Stallbreaker Mew just does work to this man's team. So there's a sound. I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp again as he goes for the U-turn. Interesting. Stealth Rock, U-turn. He might go into his Haxorus. No, he goes into the Mega Manectric. I'm gonna have to go for the Soft Blow here as he goes for the Thunderbolt or the Volt Switch. He does, and that does a clean 22%, and with that burn damage, it's definitely racking up. He goes into Sceptile. I'm not too afraid of this thing. I'm actually gonna go for. Oh, he just clicks that that forfeit button. So yeah, that's that. Special defensive view definitely does work to his team. I'm gonna pause and try to get another battle. Although I can definitely see my team having trouble with Bolt Beam. Alright, so I got one. And then Mega Houndoom's looking kind of threatening too. I'm gonna lead off with my Roserade, predicting him to lead off with Hippowdon actually. And I do have extra Sentry to hit Chestnut. So yeah, there's that. He might be special defensive, I don't know. No, he turns out just to be regular offensive, which definitely sucks as I get the Poison Hacks. I want this thing around, so I'm gonna make a switch into my Mew actually, as he makes the good play and switches into a Sigilyph. Here I'm going to taunt as he turns out to outspeed me, which is a bit unfortunate. But I have uh, Zygarde, so I mean I'm not too threatened out. Ooh, that does a lot. Shit. I'm gonna have to go for the Dragon Tail right here. As he turns out to have Dazzling Gleam. Hello? Alright, 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 alright. Dusclops. No, I don't want to stay in and take the potential Willow. Or the Nightshade. I don't want to get Will-O-Wisp. I definitely don't want to get Will-O-Wisp. And this thing's so fat, and I didn't know that this thing gets Dazzling Gleam, so that could be problematic. And I can't go into Rouge. I don't want. I guess Arcanine is my middle ground play. Um, as he goes for the Curse. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. And he might go into Hippowdon, or he might go into Houndoom. So, in either case, I guess Mew is my best switch. As he just goes for the Pain Split. Alright, I'm gonna taunt right here. I mean, he's seen the taunt, so okay, as I get that on Houndoom. So now he has to go for the Dark Pulse or something along that line. And I can't even touch this thing, so that's not good. I guess I'll switch into my Arcanine, taking that Dark Pulse, then I go straight for the Extreme Speed. I mean, I hate to do this, but I have to. That's too much damage. Man, my team sucks. I actually want to predict the switch into Hippowdon, but I guess E-Speed is the most optimal play. So he goes for the Dark Pulse, and then now I just go right into my Mega Blastoise, and I have to click Scald. I mean, yeah, I gotta click Scald even though he might go into Chestnut. Yeah, definitely his best play. Luckily I get the burn, very luckily. I have nothing for Mega Houndoom. Hopefully, he just goes for the Spike, as he does do that. I'm gonna go for the extra sensory right here, take that thing out. Yep. And now I need, let's see here. He goes into his Houndoom, and just like last time, I have nothing for this threat. What is my win condition? Well, I lost E-Speed. I have nothing fast on my team. God damn it. So Hippowdon I can actually set up on. Mew I guess is not going to serve too much purpose. Well, Mew can beat these two. These three actually. These four actually. So yeah, I'm going to go right for the Sludge Bomb. As he goes for the Dark Pulse. Definitely his best play. And nothing really wants to take a Scald. So there's that. Yeah, Mew beats a lot of these mons, except his Houndoom. Once you get his Houndoom out of the way, this will be great. As he goes for the Destiny Bond, oh my god, that's so good. That's so smart. Let's see. I'm gonna go actually into my Mew because I can. Mew is definitely on his optimal lead as he goes into Zapdos. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm gonna go for the Soft Boil first because Thunderbolt will not kill at that range, especially because Heat Wave doesn't kill my Rogerade. So as he goes for the Volt Switch, he might be Scarfed, something like that. But that's perfectly fine by me. Oh, his Sigilyph is Life Orb. Um, I had to go for the. I gotta go for the Psyshock. I have to go for the Psyshock. It's not even that I want to, it's that I have to go with the Psyshock. I had the Psyshock because this thing, I don't have Stone Edge on my Cobalion. I actually forewent that for Toxic. And I'm starting to rethink my, this thing is kind of a counter. Not a counter, but a check to Zygarde. Let me just hit him with that timer real quick. So, man, this guy's team is very annoying. He has the Hippowdon Zapdos quarter. Alright, I'm gonna pause, wait until he makes a move. Okay, he went for the Air Slash as I went for the Psyshock. Here I'm gonna go for the Psyshock once again. Hopefully he does not flinch me here. He does not. Now here I'm actually going to Soft Boil here. Great. Wow. Gonna go right for the Taunt. I don't care if he has Nightshade or Seismic Toss in that case. I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. I guess Sigilyph was a good switch, I don't know. I'm gonna go right into my Cobalion just because that is my best switch, I guess. As he goes for the air slash, and that does way too much damage. Hello? I gotta go for the Iron Head here. Okay, I take him out. He choked. He choked. Okay, now I'm gonna get a Toxic off on anything. Um, Zapdos, I can definitely... Okay, perfect. Here, I just have to hit this Toxic. Yes! Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now I can start stalling him out. Um, yeah, so it looks like this guy choked. He should have gone to switch into Dusclops. He really should have. Here, I'm going to go for the Psyshock, predicting him to... I thought he was going to switch out. No! What am I doing, Jason? Okay, okay, okay. We got a taunt right here. Oh, why didn't I taunt? That was so stupid. Oh, because these things usually don't carry Toxic. Alright, he goes for that. Um, Here, I'm actually predicting these... No, I'm going to stay in here and soft boil. Oh, okay. Well, this is no good. This is no good. I gotta keep going for the taunt. No, I gotta switch into Zygarde. I have to. And here I gotta go for the Earthquake right here. This is no good. I choked on Cox. Why didn't I taunt? All I had to do was taunt there, and then I would have easily won this game. And of course he's physically defensive. Alright. Well, that's a good game, I guess. What's my cat doing? Yeah, so that was bad play on my part, but you know what happens. Oh my god, that guy was garbage, man. Toxic Hippowdon. Well, I guess that worked, and that's... Oh my god, this guy had over 1,200 battles. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going back to my standard team. I'm gonna get battle. I can't end off on a loss. That's just the way it is. I'm gonna pause, wait until I get back, and we're back. Well, in either case, Victini is obviously the most optimal lead. Hopefully, he'll lead off with like Scarf Hydreigon, just like that. I can make these switch. Though he has nothing for Spec Slowbro after I take out his Mega Manectric, as it leads off with this big threat. I'm gonna go right for the U-turn, and I'm actually gonna U-turn into my Suicune. No. I'm gonna U-turn into my Slowbro. No, but see, Slowbro opens him up to two things right here. Yeah, that's just not good. Whereas, if I go into Hippowdon, well, if I go into Hippowdon, well, these three things actually. Slowbro is 4Gs, Manectric, and Barbicle. But if I go into Hippowdon, I guess it opens up to Hydreigon and Aggron, really. And Barbicle, actually, so... Let me just hit him with that timer, and let me pause and wait until he makes a move. Alright, so I get a crit U-turn, which sucks. I can live a Bolt Strike, so even if he's banded, so I'll go into Slowbro. As he goes for V-Create, you know what, I have to do Calx, because I don't know if he's banded or not. What is this? Oh my god, Haunch. Haunch Calc. I gotta do the Calx, let's see here. Well, obviously I'm gonna click Scald, there's no doubt about it, but, Victini, Scarf first. I'm pretty sure... let's see if I'm this. Okay, no, he's Scarf. Oh, never mind. He just forfeited. He said he didn't have enough. Well, let me get one more. I guess that doesn't really count. All right. He's got this dude. I'm actually predicting him to lead off with. He can go with any of these Pokemon except Hitmonchan, basically. So Hippowdon matches up well with a lot of his mons. As he leads off with this Flygon. Okay, buddy. And I'm just gonna click Earthquake. As he predicts me very well. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake again, actually, predicting him to predict. Okay. I'm gonna go for the Slack Off right here, as he does that. And now I'm gonna go right into my Zapdos. And yeah, if he's outraging right here, I'm gonna be very upset. I kind of want to go for the Volt Switch, predicting... I don't know if he's choiced or not, though. That's the thing. Most Flygons are choiced, so... Nice. Get into his pull out. I get a nice and Revenge Justice crit. Yeah, boy. I really love... You know, Specs is going to do well to me. So I'm going to go right into this thing. And nothing on this team wants to take Earthquake except Flygon, but, yeah, Flygon doesn't matter. And, hopefully he doesn't burn here. Burn me right here, and I get a crit. Definitely didn't matter though. The first crit did though. So yeah, now letting my I don't need Zapdos because Stealth Rock, he doesn't have Stealth Rock. So he goes for the Sleep Powder. That's fine by me. I'm gonna go right for the Air Cutter, and I actually want to keep that does absolutely ass damage. I'm gonna go for the switch right into my Cobalion, actually predicting the Sludge Bomb. As he goes for the Leech Seed, this guy's fucking disgusting. And then I'm gonna go right into my Zapdos, actually predicting either the Chandelure or the Flygon, or the Hitmontop. So as he just stays, he's really gonna stay in and try this with me. Alright, buddy. As he tries to outspeed, of course. Going to Volt Switch here. I'm gonna wake up this turn easily. This goes for the Flygon, of course. Gonna go right for the Roost. Actually, no. Yeah. I'm gonna go right for the Roost. As he, of course, hits the Stone Edge. Of course. So I'll go into this thing, and nothing on his team wants to take a Psy Shock. So, yeah. Nothing on his team definitely wants to take a Psy Shock. And you lose your Roserade. Yep. Perfect. Obviously predicting the Scald. That is the most optimal play. Let's see. He might go into Chandelure, but as he does do that, I cannot live whatever attack he might go for, so I'll go into my Hippowdon to predict the to take the predicted Shadow Ball. And here I'm gonna go my Suicune, and just in case he is Specs, I am just gonna click Scald. Nothing on his team wants to take this Scald as he goes into Hitmontop. Not afeared whatsoever. As he turns out to be something that's not that I care about. I'm gonna go right into Slowbro actually to take the predicted fighting type move because he does not look to be the standard defensive type. Hold on. But did he have Intimidate? He didn't have Intimidate. So once again, Psyshock's my most optimal play. This thing is not a counter. He's not banded just because he couldn't even kill my Hippowdon with Earthquake. Didn't even do a KO. So now he has to choose what he wants to get hit. I obviously would choose Ambipom, as he does do that. This Specs is going to do way too much damage to him, and actually don't want to take any damage with that threat. So I'm just going to go into my Cobalion and sack it. So he goes for the double hit. Maybe he's Life Orb, as he is. So sweet, he loses his threat. Let's see, he goes into Flygon. What's my Slowbro at? 68. It was at... I'm gonna go right into my Suicune. Obviously he's not banded. I eat that up for breakfast, like seriously. And once again I go straight for the Scald. And something on his team gets hit very hard, which is his Hitmontop. So yeah, get the burn. Bit unfortunate, but if you didn't want to get burned, you would have switched that in, bruh. Gonna go right into my Slowbro. The reason why I keep my Cobalions around is to preserve, what is it? Preserve my Suicune so he can't go for the Outrage. He goes for the Stone Edge. Obviously, it's my optimal play. Didn't have the Sucker Punch. Sucks, but what can you do? He goes into Chandelure. Now Cobalion will be great death fodder right here as he goes for a Shadow Ball. But even if he is Specs, I can just eat this up and go right for the Scald. So his chokiest play was definitely losing Empoleon, going for that burn. Although the crit did matter, he did get a crit of his own right there. So there's that. Here I don't... he's Specs, so I don't need Victini. So gonna go into my Victini, and I basically just wrap up this game with Zen Headbutt. Even if he happens to win the speed tie with Flygon, like Slowbro can eat up a hit. So yeah, this game is pretty justice and hacks. So win the speed tie easy. See, that's why you don't carry Bullet Strike. No, not at 1389. That's pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.